Managing budget, expenses, and reports across spreadsheets, build a no-code finance app that automates it all without touching a single line of code. Don't believe me? Let me show you right now. Welcome to Knack. I'm going to show you how to build a finance app without touching a single line of code and without designer skills at all. So let me go ahead and jump into my dashboard here. And we have 3 available options to get started. One is with AI. So you just let it know what you need and it'll generate it for you. Start from a template. So if you find the template that you need from the available categories, go ahead and select it and start off right away. Or the third option, which is import your data from Excel, Google Sheets, CSV, a blank template, and get started right away too. But my favorite is generate with AI, and I'm gonna let it know what I need, which is a no-code finance app. So the idea of AI is to let it know what you need and it's gonna generate it for you. Here we go, our finance app is now ready and it generated for us 4 tables based on what we asked on AI, 5 pages, and 4 user roles. So let's get started. And this is going to open up the finance app builder. Now, the first thing I want to show you is the actual live application that you can start using right away. Now, it starts off with demo data, so it helps you understand how it's going to perform and flow. So in this case, we are viewing the actual dashboard here on the application. So we got our dashboard, we got our managers, and we got a list of managers and a few graphs in managers, the accountants, the staff, the income records, expense records, the invoices, and all is going to be available here to really customize our application without a single line of code. Now let's go back into our builder. Now we are located right now in the pages section and we are on the dashboard section. So I can go ahead and straight off edit this section for the dashboard right here. So if I go ahead and select this section, I'll be able to edit this section here. So if I need to change the layout to 1, 2, 3 columns, it's available here. And if I select the section here, I'll be able to modify this section. And if I select this specific graph, I'll be able to change this graph here. And I can change the graph style, the settings, how's it going to be filtered, the data to be displayed, and the filtering really easily right here. And same thing goes with each one of the sections here created here on our portal. So again, I can go ahead and select this section and edit here on the right. And it's super easy to make modifications and really highly customize your application without knowing coding. Now, if I want to lock the page, that is possible here. When you create it with AI, it doesn't automatically lock it. So we need to do this manually. Now, if I want to individually lock a page, I'll go ahead and select the options here. I'll go to protect page with login and I have these 2 options, which is can new users register to access this page? And we'll set yes, and you can set this yes and pending approval, and which logged in users can access this page. So in this case, it's set to all users and I can select specific user roles. So that means that not all users will have access to this section. So in this case, I'll say, for example, accountants and managers and the admins will have access to this section, but not staff. And it just gives you an idea how you can lock this. I'll go ahead and add the lock and we have a little new lock available here that displays that this page is locked. So the manager's login is locked and only available to certain user roles. Now, if I want to lock all pages, that's easy too. Go to settings, go to user logins, and we can secure individual pages with the same login. I'll go ahead and save this, and we have now locked all the pages. So if I go back to locked, we now have a little dot on each one of these because they are now locked. And that is for the pages, so it's super easy to modify. Now, what about user roles? Well, those are available here in user roles, and AI created for us 4 user roles. In this case, managers, accountants, staff, and administrators. But what if I need another one? Maybe AI forgot, or maybe I remembered I need another user role. Just go ahead and click user role, add a user, give a name to the user role, save it, and we're gonna add the fields here. So the fields that you require for the user role that you created. In this case, the basics, but I can add more fields by clicking on add a field. I go ahead and select the data type, if it's gonna be short text, numbers, emails, ratings, etc. We have all these available options to ask in the fields here. Now let's go ahead and check out managers. So managers has these fields and these are based on what we required via AI. And you can see here, here's the user for managers. We can go ahead and edit them from here. We can go ahead and add a new user and that'll add a new row where we can add manually a new user in the managers section in case they don't sign up from the form. Okay, let me go ahead and remove it for now. And on the right, we have some settings. So we have connections, which is connecting the users, in this case, managers, to certain sections. So in this case, if I need to add a new connection, I'll go ahead and add connections and go through the process of adding the connection to certain sections of the app, in this case, the finance app. There's also the option for validation rules, conditional rules, and tasks, which would help you automate and filter out for the managers in this case. Now, let's go into tables. Tables are a crucial part of Knack because that's where the data is going to be stored. In this case, for example, the income records, and here's the records. From these records, the graphs and the details are going to be visualized in the live application. So this is where we're going to work with them. So for example, here's the income records. If I need to add a new table, I'll go ahead and add table, and again, add fields for that specific table. In this case, we're in the income table, and we're going to go into the fields, and these are the fields required for the income records. But if I need to add a new field, because in case I want more information, again, I'll go to add fields, add more data type, name the field, and the rest of the details here that you want to enable. And in the tables, we also have connections, validation rules, conditional rules, and tasks, always to automate and really customize the process for the tables, right? Now, what about the look and style of our application? So let's go into our themes. And right now, this is the one that's active, my custom themes. So let's go ahead and select this, and we'll be able to customize the style and look of the application. So we have our style settings, our layout settings, and we can modify the look of the theme right here, which is super easy and practical to do it here without knowing designer skills. So it makes it practical. Now I want to show you flows. Flows is a really important part that helps you automate certain processes of the details here on Knack. So you can start from scratch, or you can select a template. I would recommend a template to get started. Helps you get a feel for flows and start automating. So you can, for example, automate with Google Sheets, Google Drive, Google Contacts, Knack, or remember, go with the blank template in case you want to do that. And last but not least, I do recommend that you jump into settings, set up your core settings, security, map providers, user logins, domain, everything you need here, because that's going to make your finance application really stand out with all the details required that you're going to need. The best part about making an app here on Knack is that it's going to scale with your needs. So if you need more tables, if you need more user roles, just go ahead and create them really easily right here. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and sign up and start building your finance app right now. And it's going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3, just like you saw in this video. And that's a wrap.